Now for something completely different. The Lombard RAC Rally. This rally attracts the best entry in the world, especially the Scandinavians. Hanno, as night falls, the first scheduled service halt is at Flamingo Park. The Ford service crew take the opportunity to change Voldegaard's back axle, which he damaged when he went off the road on the very first stage.
What actually happened on the first stage, Bjorn?
Just a driver's mistake. I went a bit too fast through a very slippery corner and went off, and with bad luck I hit something solid and damaged the axle.
Did this affect your performance on the subsequent stages?
I don't think so. We lost about 30 or 40 seconds on the first one, but afterwards it had gone very well.
This is the last outing for the works escorts, and team manager Peter Ashcroft is a little sad.
Well, yeah, I'll be sad to see the team, as it is, break up, Bjorn go to somebody else, you know, and the drivers disappear to drive for other manufacturers, obviously. But, I mean, we've got to do development for a new vehicle, and regulations change in '82, so I think it's the right thing to do is stop when we're winning.
The Yorkshire forests, and as everyone says, this is where the rally really starts. The spectators are here in their thousands. At Dalby, the drivers face an artillery barrage of flash guns. The fire tower service area, and Alain arrives well aware that Mikkola is whittling away his lead. The servicing now takes on even more urgency as the night progresses.
He's got another turn. Yeah, line in store door. Yeah. Hey, Luce, how long have you got?
At Scotch Corner, parking was limited, but Russian ingenuity triumphed and delicate adjustments were made. Dawn finds the competitors on the last of the Kielder stages. Through the night, the escorts have proved, once again, their mastery of the forests. Mikkola now has a 3.5-minute lead over teammate Vatanen, with Russell Brooks third. The snow and ice at the 6 Kielder forest stages took a heavy toll, with over 20 retirements. Shinya Yomochi uses the back end of his Mazda as a snowplow. Over the border to Scotland, Ari Vatanen, Pentti Arikala, Per Eklund, of the 19 special stages since the Flamingo Park service halt, Hanno Mikkola has been fastest on no less than 14, emphasizing his mastery of the forests. At Carlisle, Hanno looks completely relaxed.
You've had a good night?
Yes.
You've been extending your lead through the night?
Yes, it has gone very well.
And what is your lead now?
It's 3 minutes, was 44 seconds. So.
And did any of the stages cause any particular problems?
No, it has been, a few stages has been covered by snow, and those has been very difficult to drive as the first car.
Ari Vatanen.
Well, on the other hand, satisfying, on the other hand, depressing. And by satisfying, I mean that we have stayed on the road, car has stayed in one piece. And by depressing, I mean that we haven't gone fast enough.
The car's given no problems at all?
No. Just Mikkola has been too fast.
Do you think you could do anything about that lead?
No way. Just, quite happy to settle on second place if I can.
Right, and what are you going to do now?
I was hoping to meet my wife, and I don't think I'm going to.
The weather improves as the rally moves down to the Lake District. Gernda Eidi was fancied in some quarters to take the ladies' prize, but was no match for Finland's Marka-Liisa Kopi, who finished a fine 34th overall. Mikkola gives a perfect demonstration of his own smooth style of driving. Russell Brooks having a good rally. Marco Allen, happier with the Stratos on the smoother Lake District stages. Simo Lampinen in the second of the triumphs. Greg Carr. Jimmy Ray in the Audi. Glorious weather as we move on to Dart. Mikkola. Auricola. From the lakes, the rally moves to Oulton Park, where Jimmy McRae spells out his problems.
We spent most of the night, last night, with terrible trouble with fumes coming into the car. It was coming through the tailgate at the back. Then we had a puncture in Kielder, which we had to stop and change on the stage, which cost us 4 or 5 minutes. Then in Grisdale 2, the half shaft broke. We had to freewheel the last half of the stage to get the car out. So I don't know where we are. We're well back now. Yeah.
Pentti Auricola has had his problems.
Some driving problems. We hit the gate post in Brabham Park and damaged the car slightly, but we didn't lose very much time.
Tuesday morning, Weston Park and fog. Timo Salonen in the single-cam Group 2 Datsun has been quietly moving up the leaderboard. Weston Park is one of several Castrol spectator stages. Roger Platt nearly loses it. But Charlie Payne duly obliges. Into Wales and Diffnant. Mikkola's lead is now 5 minutes. Still battling, Tony Pond fourth, a lone sunbeam among the escorts. Malcolm Wilson. Allen. Auricola. Tapio Reno and Henry Liddon in the surviving Toyota. At Kerry, the huge gallery of spectators, not to say cameramen, were relieved when the swirling mist lifted just minutes before the arrival of the competitors. Roger Clark in 7th position. Ari Vatanen still second. Valdegaard down to an uncharacteristic 9th position. Marco Allen nearly puts the Stratos over the edge. Eklund tries even harder. The spectator interest at the RAC is always staggering, and the enthusiasts are once again on the march. They converge in their thousands to spend the night in Radnor, which the rally uses twice. Into Brecon comes Russell Brooks with problems.
Fanny, see if you can find 400-watt bulbs as well, eh? Wouldn't it have this blown both of them?
Had a fairly drastic problem on the last one where the alternator diode has gone wrong, allowing the alternator to grossly overcharge, and it's blown all the bulbs.
We asked Peter Ashcroft what his team tactics would be.
Well, I think both Hanno and Ari and Russell have enough time between each other anyway not to worry each other. There's enough time for a sort of puncture. So really they just settle down and go, you know, the normal sort of quickly as they can without doing too much damage or getting into too many problems.
Any problems, Andy?
No, I've woken up today. I had a good night's sleep last night and I'm starting to go a bit better.
The car's fine.
Yeah, we haven't touched the thing. The mechanics keep going around it with torque wrenches, making sure everything's tight, and keep saying to me it's okay. We haven't even changed the shock absorber on it yet.
What about the fog? Is that any problem?
What? Terrible.
W anchor? That's a strange blood group. A helpful interpreter.
Everything all right? No problem? Oh, thank you. Everything all right, no problem.
Dawn of the final day at Diffie. Valdegard about to be caught by Alain. Salonen now up to 4th after making fastest time on 3 stages during the night. Greg Carr, whose long journey really has been worthwhile. Per Eklund with bent door. Ari Vatanen has picked up a 10-minute penalty for being early at McCuntliff and is really flying. Marco Olem was fastest on Penmacno North. Graham Elsmore in the 3rd remaining triumph. The Great Orme at Llandudno, and fastest here, Jimmy McRae in the Chevette. Now up to 3rd place, the remarkable Salonen in his Datsun. In a popular 2nd place, Russell Brooks in the Escorts. Still leading, in a class of his own, Hannu Mikkola. Vatanen is fastest in all 3 Klokkainod stages, but it's not enough.
I think we are penalized by 10 minutes. And we heard that 3 stages ago and
They were quickest so far.
we have come like crazy flying over these stages trying to catch Marco because that 10-minute penalty put us behind. You know, something like 40, 50 seconds behind.
We've taken over a minute off him in those 3 stages.
And on these 3 stages we have, you know, pulled more than a minute of Marcus. I think we are now maybe
Dave, can you
5th place now.
Well, 2nd place and 1st Britain again, Russell. Are you happy?
Yes, I would have thought the 2nd place was a bit in doubt at the moment. Ari's penalty is very much on a technicality, not on his performance on the rally, but we'll have to see at the penalty.
The rally has been as good as usual, but for my personal list, what do you say, most unhappy rally I ever done. So many problems.
Hannu Mikkola arrives at the end of the final stage to notch up his 2nd consecutive RAC Rally win.
Have you enjoyed the rally?
Yeah, it was a good rally for me.
You won by a big margin. Did you expect the opposition to be tougher?
You know, it's so long rally, you never know when it expands very much or not, you know. So I'm happy.
What are you looking forward to most now? What are you looking forward to most now?
Go to bed, you know, and have some sleep, yes.
Before that, it's back to Chester to a hero's welcome. Hannu Mikkola and Arnie Hertz deserve the applause. They've beaten the world's best drivers in one of the world's